Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to my channel. Thank you to everyone who left a positive comment. Thank you to everyone who likes my content. I appreciate you guys so much. And to everyone who hasn't subscribed yet, what are you guys waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. So in today's video, I'm going to be updating you guys on how my week 6 went. So yeah, last week we did speak about the fact that I was struggling with being not being patient and having FOMO. So I needed to work on that, and I also had decided that I'm gonna make my stop loss a bit bigger, and yeah, that's basically what we had decided last week. So yeah, we're gonna go back into the charts and see how that worked out for me. So if you don't like watching the charts, you can just skip forward and then go ahead and make your commentary after the charts. So please, if you don't want to see the charts, you can go ahead and skip forward. But those who would like to see how my week went in the charts, please, let's go right into the charts. Okay, so this is Monday's trading. My bias was shorts. I thought price was going to continue going down to this sell side liquidity, and then we had a fair value gap here on H1, and then on M15 price took liquidity here, and then it went and broke structure here. I always take the full body candle, and then after breaking structure it left a small fair value gap which was created using this the indecision candle. So because it was an indecision candle, this is what I found out later, that I should have rather entered on the body of the indecision rather than entering here, which made me miss the trade altogether, because I was waiting for price to come back to the fair value gap, but it didn't come back. But then as you can see, it would have hit my targets, right? Basically that's the same thing that happened on EU. Basically same situation. Went into my M15 fair value gap, broke structure, left the, it kind of did come back, but because of spread it didn't get me into the trade, so I ended up missing it. So Monday's trading, I missed both my trades. And then Tuesday I took a loss on GU. The reason why I took a loss is because I actually forced a trade. As you can see, the London session was over, but I went in and forced I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, it didn't work out. See how it ended. Yeah, okay, so it didn't work out for me. So yeah, we don't need to look at that. We don't need to look at that. And then on Wednesday I lost EU. I lost EU, yeah. Okay, I'll just show you how I lost it. I entered the trade here. It went, as you can see, if I had used this as my target, as I always do, it would have nicely hit my target, but I didn't, and then it came back and took me out. Yeah. And then finally on Thursday, that's when we got our win. On Thursday price was now in this OB, and then I was expecting it to go up, but what did price do? it was, when I opened the charts, it was showing that it had gone up and it was gonna go down. So I decided to take the short, but I knew it was a counter trend trade because my bias was longs for that day. So I ended up entering a short here. Breakout structure, fair value gap. As you can see, the fair value gap is up here, but I entered at the bottom because I didn't want to miss it. I entered at the body, and yeah, it worked out pretty well, and yeah, I got my win. So after now doing my daily recaps, I figured that if I had done the tweaks of entering at the body, I would have got 4.32% on Monday and 2.55%, which is about 7% for both GU and EU. And then on Tuesday, I would have gotten 4.59 and 3.78, which is about, again, another 8%. Let me just show you what I should have done on Tuesday. Instead of sitting and watching my trade go away, I did sit and watch this go away because I didn't see that it had traded below my midnight open. I just saw like it just going up. It didn't trade below my midnight open, but it actually did. Then it broke structure here, created a fair value gap, and then it went and would have given me a win, but I didn't see that because my mind was just so messed up and I couldn't just focus and move. And as you can see, it was supposed to be going up because we're in an OB, so my bias was correct, but then I just didn't see it because my mind was just a mess. So I would have gotten 4.59 and 3.78. It's basically the same setup. I wouldn't have lost. And then on Wednesday, I would have actually gotten a win on EU. GU, there was no way I was gonna win it. I was gonna lose it anyway. So I would have gotten 4.2 on EU. Let me show you what I should have done. I should have kept my stop loss as it was, and then I should have taken my exit here at my fib. Yeah, I would have taken my trade at the OB. This is something I haven't explained yet. I take my trade at the OB, and then my stop loss should be below 50% of the OB if I take the entire range. But if it's one candle, I put my stop loss below. So yeah, I would have gotten this trade. I wouldn't have lost it. So I would have gotten 4.2%, and then I would have lost GU, which means I would have 3%. GU, the reason why I lost is because we opened with high impact news. So basically, we need to avoid trading a pair that has high impact news within that session. Rather stay away from it if it has red news within that same session, and trade a pair which doesn't have red news. If both your pairs have red news, just close your charts and go about your business for the day. Don't open them. Trade the next day, there's no problem. And then yeah, on Thursday we did get our win, as I showed you before. My mind was right at this point. So basically that's my week. Those are my trades. So as you can see, I would have only lost one, but then again, if we stop trading during high impact news, then I would have actually been 2 wins on Monday, 2 wins on Tuesday, 1 win on Wednesday, 1 win on Thursday. EU was a break even because it didn't trigger me in, so I didn't get the trade. So yeah, that's basically it. So if I had followed my plan, you can see that the daily recaps, you can see that here I would have gotten 2 wins on Monday. Tuesday I would have gotten 2 wins, no loss. Wednesday 1 win, no loss. Thursday 1 win, no loss, which is not bad. So yeah, so that's basically it. Sticking to our plan would have helped us a lot. So yeah, that's basically it for the charts. Okay, so yeah, that's how my week went in the charts. So yeah, on Monday I did have 2 missed trades. That was GU and EU. Basically it was sort of like the same setup, and I missed both of them, and it was so frustrating for me. I started feeling like I started not trusting my age and not trusting myself. I was starting to feel like maybe my strategy is not good enough. Maybe there are things that I need to add to the strategy. Maybe I need to go and maybe look at the weekly chart so that I can get a better understanding of the directional bias. Or maybe I should go and work on my entries, because remember I missed the trades. So I started feeling like maybe I should go and work on the entries so that I can get a better entry. And then I even went on to go and watch some videos on the breaker block, and I started feeling like maybe I should add it to my entry technique. And then I also went and started watching videos on how to analyze the weekly chart so that maybe I could add it to my strategy so that, you know, I could get a better directional bias. So I was so frustrated, and it was very stressful for me. And then on Tuesday I carried these emotions into the market. When I tried to trade, when I went in to open my charts, I couldn't see my setup, but it was right there in front of me as soon as the session opened, but I just couldn't see it. So I didn't take any trades on Tuesday. I ended up taking a trade after the London Kills session was over. I ended up just forcing a trade after the session was over, and obviously you know how that went. I lost 1%, and it was also adding onto the frustration and onto the stress. And now I don't trust my edge, I don't trust my strategy, I don't trust myself. I'm frustrated. I was just going through it. So on Wednesday I went back into the charts with the same mindset and same issues. I went back into the charts. I saw a good trade. I entered both on GU and EU. Forget about the fact that GU opened the session with high impact news. We don't care about that. We are just gonna trade because we are afraid of missing trades. So I went in, took my 2 trades. EU did well. It actually went up to the target that I would have taken, like the target that I would have taken if I had kept my stop loss the way it was before last week. So it went up, and then it came back and took me out, and I had minus 1%. GU, I entered it. I actually entered, like, I didn't even enter it where I was supposed to enter it. I was so scared that it might not come back to my entry, so I ended up entering it way above my normal entry, and my stop loss was so wide, and I ended up losing it anyway because there was news, high impact news during the same session. So a lot of lessons learned. But then when I now went back and started checking, I saw that, you know what, if I had kept my strategy, like if I hadn't moved my stop loss, like before I used to put my stop loss underneath the second candle after the fair value gap, underneath the second candle or the third candle, depending on how big the second candle is or how far they are from each other. So I would put my stop loss there and make it a little bit tight, and then I would take my targets using my fib. But because now I decided that I'm gonna be putting my stop loss underneath the high or the low, so now my targets are gonna go up to wherever liquidity is, but sometimes price won't get to that point. But if I had kept my strategy as it was, I was gonna get a win, but I didn't get it, and I was even going to get 4% instead of the 2% that I was expecting to get. So I realized that, you know what, there was nothing wrong with my strategy to begin with. The problem is me. So I decided I'm going to go back to my original plan. Yes, I'm going to tweak one thing. I did tweak the fact that if the fair value gap happens and it's created by a week, I'm going to enter in the body of the week and not at at the beginning of the fair value gap, because sometimes price just comes back to the body and goes and doesn't take you in. So that's one thing that I tweaked, because I checked my other trades, and so that it will actually help me to make that tweak. So that's the only thing that I tweaked, but everything else is still the same. I went back to my original plan. So on Thursday I went in the markets. Now my mind is a little bit better because I've done my end of day markups. I did my end of day markups for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday on Wednesday night, and then I also checked to see what I can tweak, what I can keep, and what I can get rid of and everything on Wednesday night. So I went into Thursday with a better mindset. Like now I'm starting to trust my edge a little bit, because yesterday I did do a little bit of back testing and seeing where I can enter and all that. So I went into Thursday with a better mindset, and I was ready to attack the markets. And yes, we opened, and I entered a trade on GU. EU didn't give me a trade because it just left without me, but GU gave me a trade. I got my profit, and I got about 2.3%, which means at this point, I lost on Tuesday, I lost 1%. On Wednesday I lost 2%, which means I had lost 3%. So now I'm at minus 0.7%, which is not very bad. It's almost break even. So yeah, so that's how my week went. So I feel like, yeah, I'm improving a little bit, but I still need to work on the fear of missing out. I still need to work on trusting my edge, and I feel like me not trusting my edge is also coming from the fact that I didn't backtest enough. So I also need to continue backtesting even as I trade. I will continue backtesting and also trusting my edge. And also the other thing that helps to help you trust your edge is, if you do your end of day markup, it will help you to see that if you had stuck to your plan, you were going to get this much. And yeah, it will help you to see where you're going wrong and what you can improve and all that. So it's very important to do your end of day markups. And also, don't be too quick to just adjust your strategy just because you've lost one trade, or you've lost two trades, or you've spoken to this person and they told you that they are using breaker blocks. They're using breaker blocks because it works for them and they've tested it. But you've tested fair value gaps. So even if that breaker block doesn't work for you for that day, you don't know what to do because you didn't test it. But because you tested the fair value gap, now I know that, okay, it didn't work for me only because there's a wick. So there's a wicky candle, so I need to maybe enter here, and that's how I tweak it. But if I'm gonna be using someone else's strategy, it's difficult for me to fix any issues or to see any issues at all. So it's very important to my lessons for this week is stick to your plan. Plan your trades, trade your plan, stick to your plan. Don't look at someone else's strategy and think it's better than yours. Stick to what you have tested. Trust your edge, and don't fear missing out. You can miss one trade, it's okay. Tomorrow you will come back, you will get another trade. Don't worry about that. You can make mistakes when you're executing trades. You're not always going to be perfect. You're not always going to be 100% perfect. So you can make a mistake. It's natural. We are human. We are not robots. So quickly forgive yourself. Look at how you can improve and continue moving forward. So yeah, so basically what I have for you this week is, guys, stick to your plan. Plan your trades. Don't trade someone else's edge. Trade your own edge. Trust your edge. Do what it takes for you to get to a point where you trust yourself and you trust your edge. So continue to work on your psychology. Continue to just train that muscle. Just practice whenever you're not trading, you're not in the markets. Just go and practice your edge. See which trades you would have taken, what would have happened. Just even if you don't want to backtest, just look at the charts. Just read the charts. Just go through, read the charts. Look at how your entry would have happened, how much you would have got, and all that and all that. Just yeah, work on it. It's not gonna happen by itself. You need to put in the work. So yeah, so that's basically what I have for you. You have to work on your edge, and then you have to get to a point where you trust your edge, and you have to get to a point where you don't fear missing a trade, missing one trade. It's better for you to miss a trade. Like on Monday, I did miss a trade. Yes, I was frustrated, but at least I didn't lose any money, which helped me to some stage, because if I had forced things and done a lot of mistakes and all that, I probably wouldn't be sitting at near break even. I'll probably be worse off, and right now I could be busy looking for a new strategy. So it helps to preserve your capital. That's the first thing that you need to work on, preserving your capital. So that's all I have for you guys this week. Please be safe as usual. Thank you for watching, and let's stay focused, trust your edge, and let's just continue to work hard. And yeah, let's be patient. Don't fear missing out. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. Trust yourself, forgive yourself, move on, and let's stay focused, and God bless you.